Hey, everybody. This is going to be a quick video here. I just wanted to say thank you for all the comments and birthday wishes that we got. I received some cards. I haven't opened them, I don't think. They're out there in the kitchen. We've been so busy trying to pack things up and get things going. And but I did get them. I will read them. I do want to thank you, whoever you are that sent them. I want to thank everybody that sent me comments on the videos about saying happy birthday. And I want to thank everybody that sent me an email. I found quite a few of those. And I'll just say thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody even remembering that it was my birthday, or maybe you got it on Facebook. I don't know. But speaking of Facebook, let me just say this about Facebook. I do have a page on Facebook that's not really my home page. It's just about the villages. And basically what that page is for is to advertise my YouTube channel to get people to come to YouTube and subscribe. That's really the only reason why I share the WNL on YouTube or Facebook also, is to get them to come and subscribe. And I don't know if it's working or not. I've been doing that for well over a year. I may just take that page down because people are constantly leaving comments on there. And I generally don't go to that page hardly at all for anything. But if you want to make a comment to me, you have to go to my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page. And those those questions and things on that page, I generally will kind of type a short answer for you. But really, you should go to YouTube, subscribe, okay? And then go to the G1RUMP2Y at gmail.com. That's my YouTube email that I use all the time on the games that we play on the WNL show. And those emails, 90% of the time, are going to get to me, and I'm going to respond to them in one way or another. And I don't care if they're critical emails that want to criticize about something that we're doing that you don't like, or things you don't like or do like, whatever. Because I read them and I get them once in a while. Somebody saying, well, I didn't like this, because of that, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. You don't have to like them. And as a matter of fact, I read them and I go back and I think about some of the things people say, or I'll watch a video if they commented about something in the video. And if they have a good point, the odds are I'm going to change things. Because if I see what they're saying it makes a point, then I'll change things. But if you're going to make a comment about things that really doesn't make a point at all, you just personally don't like it, the odds are I'm not going to change anything, because the truth of it is you're just one person. And if there's something you don't like, but 30,000 other people are not saying a thing about it, I'm probably not going to change things at all. So, I'm just saying. But I want to thank you for all the birthday wishes. That was fine. And the only other thing I want to say real quick is that I hadn't got a lot. I say maybe 2 emails this week, comments on an older video. And I left all the older videos up for other people to watch and help them maybe get an idea what the Villages is and get them to subscribe. That's my whole goal about any of these videos, is to get people not just to subscribe truthfully, but to get them to watch. If you're not watching the videos, it's useless for me to keep making new content. And the watch time is good, but it's slowing down to what it once was. Just between this month and last month, just so you know, and I know this is my problem, not a your problem, the watch time on my videos is down something like 529 minutes less this month than last month, which is down something like, what did it say on there? I have to go back and look, but I can't remember, like down 39% from last month. And I know why. It's because there's so many new YouTube bloggers here in the Villages now that you guys are, it's like a new restaurant. You guys are running to the new channel to watch them, and that's fine. Do that, but don't forget to watch, the same old me. But anyway, thanks for the birthday wishes. The old videos, when you make a comment about, well, I called, you said the amenity fees were $125 a month, and I called down there and they told me it was $160. So I just thought I'd point it out that you're making a mistake here. Well, I'm not making a mistake. You're watching an old video, and I don't know how you'd find out what date each video is. Maybe it's on your end and not my end, but surely there's a date there somewhere that would tell you when that video was posted. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I don't know all there is to know about YouTube and what happens on it. But yeah, that's an old video. And yes, at one time it was 125. And at one time before that, it was 75. I mean, so when you compare an old video to today's facts, no, they're never going to match. So just kind of look at the age of a video that you're watching and make sure it's relevant for today. And with that being said, I'm going to say we're going to try to pack up and get out of here. Having a hard time with the gas situation going on. I've had a couple of emails from people out west telling me that everything's normal. They don't see a problem. Well, the problem stops at Texas. The oil line starts in Houston and it goes over to Florida and then up the East Coast. And so once you get past Houston, I don't think there's going to be any more of a gas problem than there always was. But when you get along the Gulf Coast there and into Florida and up the East Coast, that's where the problem is. Now, I know it's open, and I know they announced it's open, but it's going to take them a week or two, maybe longer, to get most of the gas stations and things back to normal. The way I understand it, like I've called Love's up in the Panhandle. I've called Pilots up in the Panhandle, and they all told me the same thing. No gas, but they got diesel. So if you've got a diesel truck, diesel car, whatever you got, the Panhandle seems to be fine. They can handle you. There might be a little bit of waiting up there. I don't know, but Panhandle seems to be fine, but there's no gas. Now, I haven't called today. I usually call every day. But I can tell you that I called Buc-ee's at the Robertsdale, Alabama. That's the one I really like. That's where usually my first fuel stop is right there at Buc-ee's. I just love Buc-ee's. And they told me that the gas, they had no gas until the pipeline reopened and they got some tankers to come in and dump some gas in the ground for them. I guess it's all unleaded. I don't know. And they said, but it disappears pretty quick because the people up there have been looking for gas. And Buc-ee's, I guess, kind of announced that they were going to have some gas brought in. So people were waiting. So that gas is gone by now. And other gas stations around there, they might have gas. People are always sending me things saying, oh, you can go up on 3rd and 1st Street, and they've had plenty of gas. The problem is, when you're in a motorhome, big motorhome, you know, that's 12 feet tall and so wide and so long, and then you're pulling a car behind you, which adds another 10 or 12 feet to your length. I can't get in some of those gas stations you're trying to send me to. And I appreciate the effort, but I just can't get in them. And the other problem is that some of the gas stations are all backed up because of people just being rude. Basically, that's just where I'm going to put it. Rude and obnoxious. Because what they do is they pull in there. They're going to pay cash for their gas. That's fine. They pull in there and they fill up their car. You're sitting back there behind them waiting for them, you know, to get done. Up to that point, there's no big deal. And then you watch them, they get done, and then they reach in the car, they pull out something, you know, keys or something, and then they lock their doors and they shut the door. And then they walk inside, leaving their car at the gas pump, just blocking it for everybody. We can't do anything till this person moves. And they might be in there for who knows how long. And as big as I am, it isn't like I can back up with this car behind me that I'm pulling and trying to move around a parking lot where other people are driving around. It's just almost impossible. The normal thing to do, if you've never seen a truck driver fuel up his truck and then walk inside a truck stop, well, unless everything's totally empty, but it generally don't happen. They do not leave their truck at the pump and walk inside. They don't. It's courtesy to the guy behind you. They'll get their fuel, they do what they do, then they get in the truck, and if you ever pay attention to them, they'll pull forward and stop and then go inside so the guy behind him, he can be up there getting fuel while this guy's inside using his charge card to pay for something. That's what you really should be doing. And people don't do it in their car. They say, well, we ain't got nowhere to go. Yes, you do. I have never been to a Pilot or anything anywhere where you had to leave your car at the pump. There was always parking up around the sidewalks and somewhere. It's just that you don't want to walk. So the idea of driving over there and then getting out and walking in is inconvenient for you. So, you know, your attitude is to hell with everybody else. I'm going in. So it's just rude. It's just rude. You need to stop doing that. I get gas for our car. We do it all the time. I've never, ever left my gas car, my car that takes gas, at the pump to be in anybody's way, ever. And if you can't figure out how to get your car the hell out of everybody else's way, then maybe you should just give up driving because you're useless. With that being said, I got to get out of here and see about packing everything, getting out of here. It seems like everything's against us. You know, I was going to leave a year ago. I had to stay here because of COVID. And then we started working on the RV because after setting for 14 months, the problems started popping up. Nothing serious, but door handles were froze up. I had to tear the door handles off, tear them apart and clean them out and oil them and put them back together and everything works. But it's just, it takes time. What else was it? I washed the roof, had to reseal because it's sitting there 14 months. A couple of areas up on the roof where the seal goes around the edge had some hairline cracks in it. So I wanted to tear all that off and reseal it. And I did. Wanted to clean the air conditioner out because I was amazed sitting there for 14 months, not going anywhere, not doing anything. And when I took the cover off, it was amazing as how much dirt, dust, and everything else had collected inside this thing. So I cleaned all that off. I cleaned out the the coils. I think I already showed that video. You're going to see that video anyway. I cleaned all that out. Everything's seems to be working okay. But I'll get into 100-degree desert. I'll let you know. Generator running fine. Everything's working. Pumps. Everything's working. So anyway, I think I'm about as ready as I'm a ready Teddy. So thanks for the birthday wishes, guys. I'm frustrating. Sue had to go to the dentist this morning. She had a cap or something that fell off. I swear, it just seems like every time I turn around, there's something popping up that tells me I can't go. COVID. And then the gas line, her cap fell off. She had to go into the dentist today to see about getting that fixed. And then on top of that, she has her last treatment today. So we could take off. I plan on leaving tomorrow after this last treatment. And now the gas line is tore down and gas is obstructed, and I just don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm almost frustrated with this whole thing. That being said, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a good day. See you on the other side.